All right, welcome everyone. My name is Paula Phillips, also known as Journal Artista. My apologies, my sound was off there for a moment or two. Today is Saturday night over here on the Journal Artista channel, which means it's Stencil Saturday. I have been struggling with the internet. It went out around noon, and I think about 5:30. I've been unplugging it and plugging it back in all freaking day, but I only waited about 10 seconds, right? So later I thought, well, maybe it's heating. It's overheating because today is hot here. Like it's with the humidity, it feels like 28 Celsius. So that's like what? I don't know. I don't know the math. Anyways, hot. Not like ridiculous, but anyways, it's warm. So I'm like, maybe it's overheating. So I unplugged it for about 25 minutes, 20 minutes, and it worked. So I don't know. That Simon did call. They're gonna have a technician come out, still come out on Monday. Maybe we need a new router. Debbie, thank you so much. Welcome to the Journal Artista Nation. Well, I'm telling you, I was panicking, my friends, because you guys know, when it went out, and I'm like, today is Stencil Saturday. It went out at noon. Like I was just about to come on and do some stuff, clean a little bit, and it went out. While I was watching a video, I'm like, oh, this is weird. Okay, and it's been kind of going on and off for a couple months, but it's usually only off for like 5-10 minutes, and then it's back. So Simon made the call. Half an hour later, it turned back on. So I don't know if it's just a coincidence. Was it out in the area and just a coincidence that it came back up while I had it unplugged, or if we need a new router, whatever that box is called. So let's cross our fingers. I had another project planned for tonight, but I don't know if my internet's going to go out again. I mean, I got dressed just in case I had to stream live from my phone. You know, if you remember back in January, it was a Saturday, my internet went out and I put on my community tab, my internet's out, I can't stream tonight, and then I never came back. So all day today, I'm like, I can't let this affect me. I can't let this, can't think negatively, you know what I mean? Like no matter what. So I was gonna stream on my phone anyways. So just in case we get bumped off, I'm going to, we're just going to do some jelly plating because, it'll be nothing but frustration if halfway through a page and my internet goes out again. So, all right. I apologize. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm not on time. I'm missing everything. I'm missing everything in chat. Let me see. I saw Debbie and then everything else froze. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Nell. Hi, Linda. Kathy, Rhonda. Hi, 1141. Hi, Linda R. Hi, Jen. Hi, Jamie. I can't keep up. Hi, Joyceage. Hi, Julie. Thank you so much, my friend, for the love and support and joining the Artista Nation. I saw it the other day. Hey, Glenda. And then, here I'm panicking. Monday is my first, members Monday. I'm like, Simon, get them on the phone. They got to come in here Monday as soon as they can. So, I don't know. Regardless, I'm going to have them come on Monday. Check if there's something wrong with the cable outside. Maybe it's loose. I don't know. And bring us a new router, new box, or whatever the heck that thing is. I guess it's a router. But it's got full strength, so I don't know. So you have to let me know if there's any buffering or my sound goes funny or... All right. Cleaned off my desk a little bit. However, there is these links. a whole bunch of embossing powder left over from the other day, all over the joint. All right, baby wipes. So hopefully everyone had a wonderful day. Like I said, I didn't do much without the internet. Well, I lied. I didn't do too much. I read a couple books. I finished one book. I started another one. Finished that one. It's amazing. Oh boy, embossing powder everywhere. So I did get a couple things from Amazon again today, which is another reason why I'm choosing to Gelliplate tonight. As you guys know, I had to throw out a lot of my paper, so I was able, got water damaged. Ew. My hair dryer, we need that bad boy plugged in. I need to find a plug for it. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh. Oh, it's still going, Jamie. It's still going. I haven't moved the shelf yet. That's how far it's gone. Okay, let's see. Is this plugged in? Maybe not. Oh. I have an extension cord, but I don't know if it's plugged into anything. I guess we'll find out in a moment. Nope. Oh, heat gun. Wrong one. All right, where is this white cord? One moment. There it is. And what can I unplug here? Which one is my heat gun? Probably this one. If something goes out, I'll be back. Oh, what was that? A light. That's not the right one then. All right, low budget productions over here, my friends. Where's my heat gun plugged in? Unplug this bad boy. See what happens? Okay, so that wasn't. Is that the heat gun? All right, that's the heat gun. We don't need the heat gun. We need the hair dryer. Hair dryer's working. Okay, yes, I hear. All right. That's. Ooh, I'm hot. I'm hot. Hi, Anita. Hi, Linda. Did you see the link? I tweeted the watercolor testing videos. My internet's been down almost all day, so I did not. Or if I did, I haven't looked at it yet because I didn't look. I haven't watched YouTube. And let me tell you, my friends, I watch a lot of YouTube. So I read because I was saving my data. We had 10 gigs of data left in the month, and I was trying to save because I don't have unlimited data on my phone. So I was trying to save data in case I had to use my phone to go live because there was no way I was going to break my. Today is day number 20 of streaming live every day, and I'm definitely not going to not show up on a Saturday. So I just thought of something, and now I can't remember. Hi, Carol. Hi, Gina. Is there another name for deli paper? It's not wax paper. They call it dry wax paper, I think. Ooh, look at my camera's all messed up. Dry wax paper. But I did find the 3M, the brown. I have a green one. The green one. Because at first that's all Amazon had. So then for like $4.99 Canadian, or $5, $4.99 or $5.99, I've got the 3M masking paper in. Oh, I lied. This is 3M. So the 3M is 12 inches, and this one is made by Trimaco. Hey, Mellow Yellow, Jamie. All right. Oh no, Miss Allie K, not Mellow Yellow. I was thinking about Jamie as Mellow Yellow, and then I saw Miss Allie, and I'll be all right. So, anyways, this is made by Trimaco. This is 9 inches by 60 yards. It's a little bit different size, whereas, but I love, I did these back in what, my friends, like this January when I or whatnot. So I love I don't know, the thickness, not the thickness of it or the thinness of it. I like the feeling of it when it's printed on. So I got me some brown or craft. I'll be using pretty much that tonight. I don't have any. I had to throw out my handy wax. I had to throw out two things that was water damaged of deli paper. So the only deli paper I have left, I shouldn't say only. The deli paper I have left was from the wonderful Jan. I still have some sheets of that, the big stuff. So, ooh, Debbie did some crusty bits on jelly plates with magicals. You did it. Oh, let me tell you, when I saw the mellow yellow, Jamie, on my Switch today, because my internet went out. Thank goodness. Well, no, I can play my game without the internet. But anyways, uh, I saw that mellow yellow. I'm like, wait a second. Now I know who she is. I know. These Razor Frazzed, Ustream, YouTube names, everybody different. All right. My camera. Hopefully this week. So I'm gonna get my plate. So as you remember from the other day, my plate's a little not a little. It's well loved. It's well loved. Oh boy, look at how crooked. There is something wrong with my camera. This is straight to me. Hold the fort. Did I bump it? Ew. Oh no, my plate is kind of wonky. Oh, it doesn't matter. As long as you can kind of see what I'm doing, we're all good. All right, I'm going to get a piece of... And the stuff that Jan gave me is, that was a few years ago, so... So I have all my Liquitex Basics here put in my cart, ready to be used. I've got some Desserts white. I want to find my jar of black, but I can't seem to find it, so I'll have to use the Liquitex Basics Mars Black in a tube. Oh my goodness, I am hot. Well, I recognize it from the Mellow Yellow from Instagram because I really like your stuff on Instagram. I guess that's where I saw you first or something. I don't know. Hi, Jane. Good evening. All right. I've got some PTP crusty bits. Well, they're not crusty bits. They're Goldie bits. Gold flakes. So I also bought some, because Linda Berry told me to do it. I bought some rice paper. Where did it go? I found a thing. Where did I put the actual paper? I put it somewhere special, and you know what happens when I put something somewhere special? It came from Amazon. It looks like this. And if I can't remember the name of it. It's 50 sheets, and it came super wrinkled, my friends, like ridiculously wrinkled. I was angry. I put it on under some books last night. It kind of flattened it, but not totally. Oh, here. Nope, those are my stencils. Nope, that's not it. Where could I have possibly put it? Like, I mean, I put it somewhere special so it doesn't get bent up. There aren't that many spots in my room to put where some... Okay. So I didn't bring any coffee in tonight because I've already had, I don't know how much. I came in and cleaned my desk off before I started streaming. Holy sweet loving goodness. We haven't even started yet and I've lost everything. All right, it's not under there. Oh, it is under there. I just moved it around. Oh, sweet. Oh, okay. Yep. So it still has, you can see, because it was in a bubble wrap envelope. Not a piece of corrugate, not a piece of chipboard, nothing. So I don't know, it's hard to see. There is an actual fold in it, not just a line. like not just a bend, but a fold. So half of it, that top half I'll use in jelly plating. I'll give it a go. I don't think I've ever used rice paper for anything. Maybe I mean I might have had some collage element that I just glued it down, but I've never created anything on rice paper. So I had one piece that I was using last night. Well, I didn't do too much with it. All I did was put, hey Pam, all I did was put uh scribbled a little with a Crayola super tip, not even a Crayola super tip, the Sargent Art fake super tips, which I don't like. Anyways, it went through this paper like a Sharpie would. So we'll print on it tonight and see what we get. But yeah, I'm interested in playing with that paper. Usually I don't start till 9:30. We got 10 minutes. Should I have a I drank a lot of coffee before I got on, so I'm hyped up. I'm more worried about a nature break. So everybody cross your fingers about the internets. Yeah, it's guaranteed to be safe. When I hide things from others, I hide it from myself. I've said that since I was a kid. I read that in a book or something when I was super young. Super young. I don't know. Do we want to use green? Brown? Or I have to use brown tonight. And I also have this roll of paper. I think it's tracing paper. I don't know. Kathy told me to buy it. Kathy B told me to buy it. I think. Tracing paper of some kind. But I don't know which brand. Because I threw out the label like a smart person. So I don't know if it's cheap stuff, bad stuff. I don't even know. I think it's tracing paper. It's not parchment paper. I'm just going to get out of... And I guess I could use a ruler to tear this so that it's a little bit more uniform. But yeah, in today's episode of what Patty made me buy, or Kathy, or what my peeps made me buy. Sorry if this is loud. I just love how this stuff, I don't know, layers up. The texture of it, the feeling of it after there's paint on it. All right, I also have my art journal over here. One of my composition books. Prior video. So the last time I did, well, we tried to jelly plate on the stream there the other day, but I didn't have my hair dryer, and that's impossible for me to jelly plate without my hair dryer. You think that was B tracing paper? That's possible. Because there was another one that's still in my save for later cart that was Canson, I think, and more expensive. $29 maybe. So maybe it was B paper. But the last time I did some jelly plating live, other than the other day, I jelly plated directly into my comp book here. As you can see. Not that one. Didn't finish that from the other day. So, I've got some personal stuff there. All my pages are stuck together. When I print or jelly plate directly into an art journal or into especially a composition book, I don't glue the pages together. All right, just gonna make sure it's ready. So when it comes to stencils, I'm just going to use the one that I have out now. I'm just going to use the bin that I have out now, which is mostly, there's some Stencil Girl product stencils in there, but it's mostly Crafters Workshop, some of my older stencils. But I will use my stencil. My stencils from Stencil Girl Products as the first layer in my crusty bits. These are still sold at Stencil Girl Products. They come like this. They are, we call them stencils, but what I created are actually masks. They come like this. There's 3 different designs that I designed. That's what seems like a long time ago. Let me cut it out. So it's just got a little nick here. I'm just gonna cut it out. Just protects it. So I designed these stencils in an open way to use with the, my, what I like to call crusty bit technique. But of course, there's other ways to use them. You don't have to just use them for jelly plating. My hands are shaky. Medical tissue. No, I should have bought the medical tissue, but I think Kathy's right. That sounds familiar. I think it probably was. You know what? If I could just go back and look at my Amazon orders right now. I guess I'd have to go back to just so that we're clear, because I hate giving out the wrong information. Well, it's not quite 9:30 anyways. So let me just do something here. I forgot to put it on Facebook. That's my voice. Hate the sound of myself. I better get used to it too if I'll be editing videos, or get used to it soon. I'll be out. All right. Amazon. They're sure loving me these days. All of us, I suppose. Hi, Devon. So I'm just looking at something real quick. I just want to make sure. All right. My orders. Last 6 months, new. It would have been in 2019. No, January. Yeah, it would have been last 6 months. Let's see. Might have to scroll a little bit. Because it also, all my Amazon orders also shows like my ebooks that I buy and everything. So, Happy Planner stuff, protein bars. What? This is telling what I'm buying over here. Oh, a bunch of comp books. No, I guess I ordered it before 6 months ago. Hold the fort. One more. So it would have been in 2019. So if it's the B stuff, probably can't. Oh, here it is. Yes, Kathy, you are so smart, my friend. This is B paper, white sketch and trace roll, 12-inch by 20 yards. It's now out of stock in Canada. So I don't know about the US, but it's not sold by Amazon anymore. It's only third-party sellers. So yes, Kathy was absolutely right. It is the B paper. All right, there's stacked books. Drink some coffee and coffee, please. But somebody told me, well, who knows? Because of the pandemic, is it easy to get that type of stuff? Well, they call it medical paper, but it's the stuff that goes on top of like a hospital bed, or not just in a hospital, but that paper that they roll out onto the bed. I'm not thinking that's what it is. Happy belated birthday to our wonderful friend Pam. Everybody, her birthday was yesterday, right? Everybody wish Pam a happy birthday. They put the nicks in to protect the stencils while they're shipping, so I just want to make sure, because my hands are so shaky, I don't actually cut the stencil. All right, one more. Once it's done the first time, that's it. Don't have to worry about it again. She got herself some cool stamps from a company. I was teasing her. I said, I'll trade you 1 7 Gypsy stamp for one. I'd never heard of that company either. I saw it on Instagram. Razor frazzing. Almost done. Almost. And then we'll get going. Ooh. So I've got everything ready. I've got the papers. I've got my stencils. Got my paint. Got a brayer. Got baby wipes. I've got my journal. I think we're good. Again, I apologize, guys. I had another project for tonight, but I don't know if my internet's gonna stay stable. So I thought jelly plating would be a safer bet in case the internet goes out again, and people don't get frustrated with an hour video of what. And I wasn't even talking about just that first stamp set. Oh man, what a nice set that was. Maybe you could share in the chat what the company was called. It was awesome. I'd never heard of the company before. All right. So my plate, oh, it's hurting. Look at the crust. But you've got issues when your crusty bits have crusty bits. So the way I like to jelly plate, I developed this technique, or the way I like to do it, I shouldn't say. There's nothing new under the sun. Don't get me wrong. But 5 years ago when I originally did my crusty bit video, I'll link it in the cards in this one. I'm learning how to do all that stuff. It's like a 10 or 15-minute video. I don't even think it's 15. I think it's a 10-minute and couple second video of what I'm doing tonight. Very concise, very well explained. We're here, we're chatting, and we're just having fun. Oh, I forgot. I also bought this on Amazon. I think it was $8.99 Canadian. It says new, travel to the moon, sentiment sayings, phrase, rubber, clear stamp, seals, scrapping, photo album, decorative card making, clear stamps. So it doesn't have a travel to the moon sentiment sayings. Well, I thought it was for $8.99. Love you to the moon and back. You're out of this world. I travel to the moon, shoot for the moon. It's for card making, but I liked the images. All right. Here we go. This, like I said, this is a low spot in my plate, excuse me. So it is what it is. I've kept the jelly plate, the clamshell box for the jelly plate, but I've set other things on top of it. I haven't taken the best care of it, so it's absolutely my fault. The condition of my plate is my own fault. Woodware craft stamps. Oh, there was some cool ones. Let me just see if I can take a little bit off. Because sometimes when you have, like I said, when your crusty bits get crusty bits, there's no amount, it just won't pick up no matter what. Actually, I bought a, I think I told you guys, I bought a scarf for the summer. Beautiful one. It's got nice printed, it's printed, it's white, and it's got watercolor flowers printed, all of different, flowers painted in watercolor, and it's bright. Oh, it's so beautiful. I love it. With it came a bottle of hand sanitizer like this big, and I'm like, I wonder if they know that I'm going to be using it on my jelly plate. I should have it. I should have it right now. All right. Oh no, what? Whenever somebody says, "Oh no," I'm going to think that my internet, that my things not working or something. Thank you so much for everyone being here. I truly appreciate it. All right. Let me get this. So tonight I'm going to be focusing, like I have my white, my pickups, my black. I like to do black in the first layer, but I'm also going to use the Liquitex Basics paint. This is a set of however many, 48 colors, 30, I forget now, 36. It's old, so I'm trying to use her up, or use them up. So I'll be using some of those paints tonight. first, make sure I get a random stamp. And I need my brayer. I just said I have my brayer right now. I have two of them right here. I'm going to start with a layer of black. Oh, Julie's internet is sketchy. Hi, Tracy. So if I haven't jelly plated in a long time, a lot of jelly plating, for me anyways, if I'm not getting the right results, usually has to do with the amount of paint, right? So if I have either too much paint or not enough paint, I'm not going to get the results that I'm looking for, which, sometimes frustrates me. But that's just because I'm out of practice. So I'm not going to be hard on myself tonight. You shouldn't be hard on yourself either. It takes a bit to remember. For me to remember anyways, like how much paint should be on your plate. So I got a layer of black. This first layer, I like to use what I call open stencils, right? I choose stencils that have big openings so that I can see the next layer or the stencils that I'm putting in the middle layer. If that doesn't make any sense whatsoever, stay tuned. So I'm layering my two stencils down. I think this is Coffee Please and Stacked Books. That's how bad it is. I can't remember if this is Coffee Please or Drink Some Coffee, Paula. Isn't that terrible? Very terrible. So I'm taking one of these sheets of masking paper. Now this is, to me, what I'm pulling up right now. This is just a byproduct. This isn't the final result. Just a means to an end. Not that you can't use these ones for other things, right? It's just black. And pull my stencils off. So as you can see, what's left is a black outline, right? Now you can use any color. I'll show a little bit later. We'll start with white instead of black, right? Depending on your color combinations, you'll get different results. But the first layer is always the top layer that you're going to see, right? So we're working backwards. We're working on the first, top layer of what you're going to see. I'm reaching down for my heat gun, but we're not using a heat gun. There, you've got some pulls that added magicals on. I have some magicals actually right underneath me, right beside me. Old ones. Hair dryer. So this hair dryer has a cool button. It's one of my. It's an old one. I still got paint on it and everything. So you don't want to add too much heat to your plate. Use at your own risk and all that goodness. But you don't. Nobody wants to set your art room on fire. So I'm gonna put the hair dryer with the cool button. It's gonna be loud. So very important, my friends, that this is dried completely in between layers. So it's pretty good. I've got some, like over here, there's a lot of paint, but I've got some pretty open spots there. I'm liking it. Hi, Terry. Good to see you, my friend. My apologies again. I was planning on going live earlier. Internet went out, but it worked out well. Like I said, I finished one book, the one that Joyce had recommended, and then I read another book. So I didn't spend the entire day watching YouTube like I normally would. Is it too loud, my friends, if I turn it on that high? Hey, Diana. Hi, Jen. Is this too loud? Is it too loud? I found my hair dryer. Yeah, that day I stopped streaming that day when I said I couldn't. After we tried jelly plating on envelopes, I'm like, no, it didn't work out well because I didn't have my hair dryer. So because like I said, with this technique, very important that every layer is completely dry to get a full print coming up. Anyways, So that day I found my hair dryer. I found my hair dryer, my roll of paper, this paper, a whole pack of spouncers, and my old heat gun. They're both my heat guns are vintage, but is it Fran the Frantic Stamper? What? The little white one that looks like the Tim Holtz one. Well, no. Tim Holtz one looks like that one. That was a successful day. Welcome required reading. Why do I want the first layer to dry? So that it completely picks if this layer isn't dry, right? Or any layers in this particular process, or the way that I like to jelly plate, what I like to call crusty bits. If it's not dry, the next layer of paint you put on won't stick to it. Right? Or let me rephrase that. If this isn't dry, you put another layer of paint on. When you do your final pull, it won't pull your first layer. Whatever's not dry on your plate will not pull up. I am not explaining that. You'll see. Let's just go through the process, and then it'll make more sense. We're gonna do this. All right. So I got it very important in the second layer, right? Because you kind of want to work fast. So you pick out the stencils that you want to use beforehand. Before I throw the paint on the next layer of paint on the jelly plate. So let's see. Like I said, the stencil bin I've got going on here are all a lot of my Crafters Workshop stencils, which I absolutely love. So we'll just use those. Use what I have, what's around me. Nothing wrong with these. They're still beautiful. So we'll use these two masks. Look at those. Haven't used those in a few years. So with this second layer, I like to use stencils or masks that have, more of a busy pattern, shall we say. Welcome, Jean Peter. Yeah. So if you have 3 layers of paint, even if you aren't doing like what I like to call crusty bits, even if you're doing your pickup print, your last pull, no matter what, if you're making a very mindful pull like I am right now, I guess very mindful is not the right word. Words are hard, my friends. Words are hard. That's why I'm reading more, because my vocabulary sucks. Or it's gotten so bad. Anyways, we'll just go through it. We want busier stencils because this is what's going to show up right in between the first layer and your pickup print. So I'm going to do 2 colors. Let's see. All right, everybody but Joyceage, tell me 2 colors. I'm just kidding. Anytime I ask for colors, Joyceage comes up with the craziest stuff, which is okay. We love it. We'll just go with my favorites. Cobalt blue hue, or some of my favorites. We'll do cobalt blue hue, and we'll use up the rest of this medium magenta. You're playing Animal Crossing. You finally got the ladder. That is exciting because that means you get to go on the mountaintop and get some flowers. I love me my Animal Crossing. I almost cried. I was like, how am I going? My internet's out. I'm like, my island. Then I realized, no, the game's fine. I just can't send mail or visit anybody's island or not have anybody come over. But you can still play, no problem, without any internet. Joyceage, I love you. I'm just teasing you. Gray and orange, teal and red. Let me write that down for the next one. Gray and orange, teal and red. Hi, Virginia. How are you today, my friend? Prayers going out to those that are I know Shauna lost power and everything. There's lots of, in the Midwest, there's lots of, well, maybe not just the Midwest. Let me take that back. Any of those that are Having some bad storms out there today. Again, my apologies. If you're new here, my camera auto focuses. I have no control over it. I did order a new laptop. It has not shipped yet. I'm assuming it's shipping from Toronto. So I'm hoping that once it does say shipped, that I need some more blue. Once it does say shipped, that it'll get here on time. It'll get here quickly. And then not only will I be able to control my camera, I'll be able to produce recorded videos. I will absolutely always go live. I enjoy, I've been going live for 10 years and I absolutely enjoy it. But I know there's lots of people out there that just like to watch. They don't want to hear me rambling for 3 hours. They just want to get to the technique and that's it. That's it. So those kind of videos are important. So I'm just going back to this first sheet. And I'm being kind of fast. I'm using my fingers to push it down. Or to push the, you could use deli paper, whatever thin paper you got going on. You wouldn't want to use cardstock to pick up this middle layer. You might not get in, all the small sections of the stencil. I'm trying to do this. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Jamie H. Oh, Jamie's had power all day, but no energy. So got a couple of this. All right. So because I took too long with that, I was watching the chat. You can see I took away. I mean, that's the fun thing about mono printing, anyways, right? Using a Gelliplate, or whether you have a gelatin plate you made yourself, or Jelly Arts. What are some of the other brands? This is Jelly Arts Gelliplate, and I have a gel press plate. All right. My hair dryer. Again, very important that I completely dry this layer in between. Heat gun. There she is, Shauna, my friend. If you don't have, do you have a generator? I was thinking, like, if you don't have power, how are you gonna charge your phone? It flows here. Hi, Andrea. Hi, Ali. If I didn't say hello before, I think I did. All right, very important. Again, we're gonna have a hair dryer. Oh, did anyone? I don't know if you guys told me if it was too loud at the higher speed, or you're sitting in your car. I guess that's a way to charge your phone. For those of us who don't drive, I guess I would not. That's why I didn't think of that. So if I go like this, is it going to be too loud? Too loud. I use my hands, kind of see if it's dry. So what should we do, my friends? Should we pull this? No, we'll put it on my art journal. I was gonna say, should we pull it on a sheet of rice paper? But I don't know how this will react to rice paper. So let's not do that on the first pull. Right? Yeah, just make sure you get a hair dryer that has a cool switch. Or if you're super fancy, have a heat gun like Patty's. That is a heat gun and has a cool button. I don't know what the brand. I think it's something fancy. All right. So you can take I like to call a sneaky peek. Although it's kind of hard when your plate is also dirty on the other side. This bad boy needs to be thrown in the bath. All right, just make sure that it's completely dry. Even if you have any piece that's not dry, the next layer will not pick it up. All right. So in between layer, I used cobalt blue hue, which I believe is it's telling me it's opaque. And I used magenta, medium magenta, which is also, I believe, opaque. So you have to think about, if I used a dark blue right now as my cleanup, my final pull, if I use dark blue in the last layer, you're not going to be able to see the blue that I put down, right? So I always have to think, okay, should I do white, cream, a lighter color? You have to think about the colors you put in that middle layer. You need to make sure you put either a lighter color, a contrast color, something so that it shows up. Okay, well, this I have not used in a bit. Let's see if it is salvageable. Oh yeah, it's all right. It's just extra heavy body. So this is where the amount of paint is very important. And where how I talked at the beginning about, trying to get the results you want with your Gelliplate mostly has a lot, in my opinion, in my experience, about the amount of paint you put down is the biggest variable. So when you're doing a cleanup or the last pull here, what I always tell people, you want it thin enough so that you can see that stencil. See, I can just barely see on the outline, and then over here is not enough paint. I don't know if my camera is showing it well enough. You kind of want to see, you kind of want it to be thin enough that you see your other stencil underneath. All right, I'm going to take another sheet of this masking paper that has nothing on it, lay it down, and all I can feel is UT from the other day. I feel bits of UT. All right, so that this layer now, this is where I like to say, where's our wonderful friend Linda White Holloway? It's yeah, Tracy. It's so wonderful to see everybody. Um, you need to give it a 2-minute massage, right? This is where you really, I'm not using I don't have fingernails to begin with, but I'm not digging my fingernails in it, but I am putting pressure, on the plate. I really want to make sure, and there's some wrinkle there, that wrinklage, that'll be fun. It doesn't have to be all one sheet of paper. I've done this technique, as you guys know, on tags, a full sheet of tags. Ooh, did we get some fun cleanup prints with, like, cleanup prints with that one. It showed all the tags. I don't know if I have it close. I have drank 1 cup of coffee too many today. My mind is like racing. All right. So you can always get another little sneaky peek. I'm gonna pull out a corner. And what your goal is to get a clean plate, right? Well, my plate wasn't clean to begin with, so the little tags, Shauna, I had all those. I wonder if that video is still up. Where I did it on the mini tags. I had a whole bunch of them on a plate, and then I printed the tags, and then after I had that, all right, whoop. So you can definitely see how that middle layer, I took a lot of paint off that middle layer. Or sorry, paint off the black with that middle layer. I wasn't quick enough. So I like it. I can see spots down here where my plate is dipped. Like I've got it damaged. My plate is damaged. But it's wonderful. So you can see my first layer of my stencils from stencilgirlproducts.com. You can just search Paula Phillips over there, or Marybeth Shaw, or Pam Carricker, Seth Apter, whoever. It's listed. Stencils are listed by artist. I love it. Not as much pink in there though. Not as much pink. So it's just. So like I said, I call this crusty bits because I'm intentionally drying stuff on my plate, right? Creating crusty bits on my plate and then removing them at the end. Intentionally. Inlay it. I'm liking that. All right, next one. So all night, you're going to put up with it, my friends. You're going to be seeing my stencils on the first layer the entire time. But actually, and that's only because I don't know where I shouldn't say don't know where it is. No, I lie. I totally don't know where it is. That other box where I have a lot of Patty stencils in, um, no idea where it is. So let us see. I lied. There's some on the bottom. Hold the fort. Ooh. I will mix some of this is a Crafters Workshop stencil. I'm gonna mix that one with my stacked books, I think, as the first layer for this page. I do have a couple of Patty stencils here, but not the open ones I like to use in the first layer. Boy, I have a bunch of stencils that need a bath. Oh, where's Kathy? Look at what I found! Kathy Berg, if you're watching the recording. Oh, of course. See, this is what happens, right? You put something away, especially for me. Where did I put this? In where it's supposed to go. In with the rest of my stencils. And then never to be seen again. Put something where it's supposed to go. Oh, I'm so happy I found that. All right. We'll start with these two stencils. What do you think, guys? Should we do another print with black as the base or the first layer? Or should we try one with white first or second? Go with black again or try with white? Oh, let's do black again and we'll do another white one. Answer myself. Oh yes. I've got the PTP, the Patty, and I say PTP is Patty Tolly Parish, Toll Patti, Patty with an I, Tolley Parish. Over here on the YouTubes, she showed us how to use gold flakes in your jelly printing to make some cool things. So I shall use that as well. I'll add some PTP Goldie bits. No, she calls it something else. I gotta stop naming other people's stencils and stuff. It wasn't Barb and Joan having a conversation the other that's like how they find it hard to think of names, and I'm like, that's my favorite thing to do. That's my easiest. The rest of it is what's hard. All right, a little bit more black. And if anybody's talking to me, make sure to say it in caps. I know most places on the internet, people say don't use caps in chat, but over here, it's easier for me to, if you're talking to me, or you can add me, right? Type at Journal Artista in the chat, and then I see this big red thing show up. And that's in anybody's chat, whether for the streamer or not. If you at that person's name, then it comes up in red and it's easier for everybody to see. Or not everybody, the person you're talking to see. All right, so I'm using this little fern mask from the Crafters Workshop, and my stacked book stencil. I'll just lay this down. Thank you, Andrea. All right. Leave this on there. Hair dryer. So if you don't have a hair dryer, you absolutely could do this let it dry in between. It just takes a heck of a long time. And when I was trying to do it, especially if there's humidity in the air, like today was pretty humid. I think it was like 96% humidity or something. Um, Stuff takes longer to dry on your plate, and then I become impatient, and then I don't let it dry enough, and then I don't get the results that I want because I was too impatient with it. So Drew's giving me a cupcake. Somebody else? Again, I'm using a hair dryer with the cool button, so it's just like a fan. I suppose you could probably find one of those cheap fans at the Dollarama or something, but I don't know how well it would work. So I just like to touch it to make sure it doesn't feel sticky, no more paint is transferring. Then you're pretty safe. Hi, Diane. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I got excited seeing Diane. I lost control of my hair dryer for a second. I hope you're well, my friend. Wonderful to see you. My apologies for the autofocus. Thank you so much for everybody. To everybody that's here, I truly appreciate it. All right, let's see what type of middle stencils. Again, before I put that layer of paint on, that middle layer, very important, I'm prepared, including wiping the brayer. So we're going to choose 2 different colors, teal and red, somebody suggested. So, teal and red. What I'm going to do is use teal. I'm going to use teal as the middle layer, and I'm going to pull it up with red. Now, I might have to go to my bigger Liquitex Basics because I think I'm going to have to get a real, not a real. It is real. I have to get a different, I have to bust out the big one. Well, this is as teal as we're getting. Bright aqua green is as teal as we're getting. And then we're going to choose the stencils. So many nice ones. Let's see, I've got leaves here. So, I don't know. I think we'll just use, I've got these 2 Crafters Workshop. I think they're both Julie Faye Fan Balzer, if I'm not mistaken. I might be. TCW 211. The other one, it's got paint all over it. I don't even know. Maybe this one wasn't. Oh, no. Yep. Crafters Workshop. This one does not have a number on it, or if it does, it's covered in paint. I'm just using my 12 by 12. All right. I'm going to use a little bit of teal and a little bit of white in this middle layer. Or aqua. Nobody hate me that I'm using bright aqua green and it's not teal. It's as close as I've got at the moment. Unless somebody else has a different color that you can think of Liquitex Basics that's teal, because the other color I have, brilliant yellow green, that's pretty bright, so that's not teal. All right. You can also, in this middle layer, add whatever texture you want. Over here I have some of my old the embossing folders or sheets of cardstock that I've put through embossing folders. So you can use them in this middle layer, add some texture. If you were fast, you could stamp those in your journal. Then put these bad boys down. Again, on the second layer, I like to find stencils that have a more busy pattern. All right, gonna pull it up. Now this middle layer is kind of tricky. So I rubbed it too much last time, which pulled up the black. All right, so that one not so much. A little bit more. I'm just getting a different piece of paper here. All right. Oh yeah. So that I'm pulling up the black. So getting some. I'm not fast enough on that second layer. So this process, my friends, you create a whole heck of a lot of dirty stencils. Heat gun. No, hair dryer. This scribbly stencil from Crafter's Workshop. I'm pretty sure it's a Shuri Faith Van Balzer stencil. I have it in 6x6 too. I love stencils of all kinds and manufacturers. Of course, my favorite being iStencils. Stencil Girl products, Crafter's Workshop. Artist Seller makes some decent stencils. I haven't met a stencil I haven't liked. Who am I kidding? Ooh, I didn't put any Goldie bits on here. No PTP Goldie bits. Joyce. Okay, Joyce, it's next one. What colors do you want me to use in the middle? Or I've got three layers. Bottom, middle, top. What would you like to see, Joyceage? I was showing that Ode to Joyce page. Do you remember that? You remember that street? Joyce gave me told me what colors to use. All right, making sure it's dry. Again, very important, especially like see right there, I've got white. Yep. Gotta make sure that's dry. So that the next layer will not pick it up. Thank you, Shonda. Butter yellow and butterscotch. Equal opportunity stencil. Diane says that Paul is an equal opportunity stencil user. I'm actually, that's quite the compliment, Diane. I'm surprised she didn't say stencil treasure hoarder. She used the word user. I sure hope so, Rhonda. I sure hope so. That's the thing, right? I mean, you can only design what people will buy. But all right, that's not exactly what I meant. Words are hard today. Well, like I said, one too many coffees. All right, so I'm gonna take a sneaky peek. Although the other side of my plate is dirty, so relax, my friends. Relax. Ooh, it's gonna be good. Look at that. So we see, because I used white there and green, so I said I was going to pick it up with red. Never mind. Do we want to find us a red? Oh, I was using this one. Welcome, Bed of Dust. You have the night off. How wonderful. All right. Let's see. We have cadmium red medium hue. That is translucent. We have another red. Well, I guess most reds are translucent. Primary red. Cadmium red hue. That's, what do we think, guys? Cadmium red hue. That one says it's opaque. Here, alizarin crimson hue. Oh, I haven't said that in a long time. Alizarin crimson. That is translucent. All right, those are our options. Cadmium red hue deep. That's the only one that's opaque. Alizarin hue, lizard crimson hue permanent. Primary red or cadmium red medium hue. So one's gonna be darker, but this. What do you think? Or just a eeny, meeny, miny, mo? Hi, buddy. Hey, Jonna. Jonna, do you know Front Door Photography? If that's our friend Julie? IMKJ Julie. All right. We're gonna, just for old time's sakes, we have to use the here alizarin crimson. All right, nobody's talking to me, so we're good. Hi, Mary Beth. Could be making a hot mess. Let's cross our fingers. It's translucent, so we should be, I'm going to pick this up in my comp book here on white paper. Need a little bit more. Not that picking it up with this craft, I'll pick it up with this other stuff. The B paper tracing stuff that Kathy made me buy. All right. Make sure, like I'm trying to get it over some of these, crusty bits that are stuck on the plate. Not the good type of crusty bits. Not the intentional crusty bits that we're making anyways. All right, let's see. We're just going to take this bad boy, lower down. Ooh, wrinkling. Oh no. Oh well. It's all right. Extra texture. We're all good. But this last layer, you don't want to rush this process. This is where we want to spend some time with our Gelliplate. Now, the B paper, so you guys were telling me that you can't get the watercolor paper anymore. So hopefully not showing any cleavage. Is this tracing paper also? Well, I can't buy it on Amazon Canada anymore. So maybe it. Are you kidding me? All right. Oh no. Almost. That was bad news. I could have really damaged my plate there. Or it was you, Sean. Somebody told me to buy it. It was a few months ago. I remember we were all in a stream. Like Patty made me buy this. Welcome to the episode of what Patty made me buy. Made me buy the masking paper. And rice paper. Patty, I got some rice paper today. So this is the first time I'm trying this with this technique. Let's hope it works. I don't know if this paper, like this feels super damp. Like sometimes I'm picking up 3 layers or more of paint, right? Well, 3 layers that I'm working on. If the paint can't absorb all the way, like that top layer, the one I just put down, the red, if it doesn't absorb fully in the paper, well, that's not the right word, absorb either. Anyways, let's check it out. I lied. We're good. Ignore what I just said. Thanks, Shauna. Oh. So I got me some rice paper today that I'm going to Gelliplate on here in a moment. All right, this red. So if you remember, I did a Gelliplate. Ooh, look at that. Too much right there. But I did a crusty bit stream a long time ago, and I wrote down color combinations that I liked. Not that this is bad. This is interesting. But makes me wonder if I should have done the red in the middle and the green on the black on the top. I like that. What's going on with that white there? And you can really see the wrinkles from the. Let me hold it closer without getting too much paint on it. Does it want to focus? It'll just sit there and autofocus for like ever. And then when you want it to focus, it won't. It won't. I like what's going on over here with the white. So color choice for this technique is also really important, right? And in which order of that you lay those colors down is important. Not that it looks bad. I like it. Especially if that middle color is translucent. Then you got some, especially yellow and stuff. Could be some shifty business. But that's fun. I like it. So that was the second one. The first pull, like I said, as you get used to your Gelliplate, or for me anyways, I'm getting used to how much paint needs to be on the plate to get the results that I want. So, and also how long to leave. So that middle layer, for example, I'm not being fast enough on that middle layer because I haven't done this technique in so long. But I'm liking them so far. So far, so good. So we have a little bit of, let me see. I'm going to get a baby wipe. Maybe, if I can find one. Wipe a little bit of this plate. Man, oh man, this bad boy needs a, how many times am I going to say it tonight? This bad boy needs a bath. So again, I apologize. My internet was out today, so I didn't get to do my streaming this morning. But I was productive. Like I said, I read. We're still crossing our fingers. There has been no buffering, no nothing. I don't know. I honestly don't know if it was from leaving my router off, like it cooling down for 20 minutes or whatever, if it was just, regardless, the guy's coming on Monday, checking it out. All right. I think, so this one, I'm going to wipe my brayer off too. I'll do white as the first layer. My VVH. Yeah, if you use all the B glassine tracing paper. Yes, Patty. Yeah, that's what I bought. You guys made me buy at the same, so, and the only one that was in Canada that, I've got too many things going on in my head all at once. So I'm mixing up things. So the only one at the masking paper, 3M masking paper, the only one that I could find back in November, I guess, whenever I bought this stuff, October, November, was the green. So I happened to find, today I got the brown stuff, and I found a different company that's 9 inches. So it's smaller paper. Still only like $4, $5 for 54.8 meters. You know how long 54.8 meters? What's there, 3 yards in a meter? A lot. 160 yards or something. Anyways, I'm not going to do math. A lot. Just taking a quick peek at chat. The Dixie wrap is too thin sometimes. That's what I had to throw out because it got water damaged. All right. So my white paint here, this is just student grade heavy body from Desserts, which is a Canadian art store. But it's a little extra heavy body. I don't know, air must have gotten into it. All right, so this time instead of black in the first layer, we'll try white. Now, if I had that Midori, well, my Foxy Dory, I should say, my A5 Foxy Dory, where I have those notes, it'd be all right. All right. Again, I'm using the same stencils. My stacked book stencils from Stencil Girl Products. I believe this one is Coffee Please. I could be wrong. That's terrible, I know. All right. Put this. I know, Jonna. This stuff, let me tell you, there's enough on these rolls to last me forever. It's cheaper than, I mean, it's not translucent like deli paper. That's the thing, right? All right. Little bit. So I suggest if you're playing around with this crusty bits technique, you know, get out yourself a piece of paper, take some notes, because you'll definitely want to record your favorite combinations. And then it's not, you know, when you sit down and jelly plate, it's or do this particular technique when you jelly plate, because there's a million of them out there. Then you don't have to think, okay, what color do I want first? What color second? Like, what color combinations are going to work in this 3-step process? Uh-oh, what's Patty buying? What's Patty buying? Well, you must know. All right. Hair dryer. So I've never printed on not deli paper, excuse me, rice paper. Should I pull this one on rice? No, hair dryer. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. And for the likes and dislikes. As long as you rate, I'm happy. I'm just glad I have internet. Man, oh man. Regardless, I had 10 gigs of data. So regardless, I was coming live. Whether it worked or not. So obviously, though, something isn't right. So the guy's going to come on Monday. And they said that they don't come in the house, which is understandable. They're going to look at something outside anyways. And then maybe give us a new router. I can do crusty bits on the rice. I'm nervous about trying it on the rice paper. All right. Oh, also with this order, I had to get I had to buy a cheap micro SD card for my new Canada so that I could take the pictures out of my Switch to put in my Ivy. I just bought a cheap one, like 8 megabytes or 16 or something. I don't know. So then I'll be able to transfer photos from my Switch. All right. I'm excited about that. I can't wait to print my Animal Crossing pictures. I know it sounds crazy, but I love my Animal Crossing. All right. So Joyceage, how did your colors? Did you like? What did was teal and red the Joyceage's colors? Is that what she chose? I don't have my coffee on here. I've already had way too much. Oh, Lucy says sometimes the rice paper sticks to the gel plate. Ooh, and I have a very dirty plate. That's the last thing I want is paper stuck to it. You might hear me cry. Hey, Gail. Krusty Bits, a shop that sells used computers. Butter yellow or butterscotch? I forgot butterscotch. Let us see. Naples yellow. And a walk side. Unbleached titanium. I surely have lots of yellows. Sweet goodness. But the problem is, yellows are tricky business, my friends, because they're super translucent. Usually I don't use yellow unless it's the very last layer to pick up, because it just won't. If you use it in the middle, right, in your middle layer, and it's a translucent color, which could cause good effects. But, you know, say I use yellow in the middle layer and I pulled it up with a blue, it'll be kind of black, or excuse me, green and not gold. Oh yes, I gotta get the Patty Tolly Parish gold flakes on my plate. I can't forget that. Raw sienna, cadmium yellow deep. else do I have over here? Is that good enough? We can use 2 colors, Joyce, in the middle. Naples. Yellow oxide. Did I say Naples? Yeah, Naples yellow hue. Maybe we'll mix a little Naples yellow hue with the unbleached titanium or Titan buff. So my apologies for my autofocus. Hopefully this week, everybody cross their fingers that my computer comes this week. I ordered it over a week ago. Totally understandable. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Have a wonderful day, Anita. Thank you so much for being here, my friend. Have a good night. Ooh, so I'm doing what I told you not to do. I'm putting this paint down without preparing my stencils first. Which stencils am I going to use in the middle? Oh no, hold the fort. Ooh, we have some PTP. One of her arrow stencils. We got over here. I also have, all right, 2 Patty Tully Pear stencils from mystencils.com. Use that one. Oh, we need more. We need more of the Naples or the yellow, not yellow oxide. Naples yellow, because I forgot. We used white instead of black in this middle layer. So we want it more yellow than the cream from the unbleached titanium. Or that first layer of white, it's not going to show up so well. All right. Hi, Tully Bears. This. Scrap piece of paper. I'm trying not to put too much pressure in this when I'm pulling up this second layer, because I want to pull up the layer of paint of the unbleached titanium and Naples yellow I just put down, but I don't want to necessarily pull up the white, which is, can be tricky. Let's see. All right. Sometimes when I have, like right now, so let's take a sneaky peek. So can you see? We're getting a little something. Let me find. Let's see. Just one of my old. Just a piece of embossed cardstock. Paint everywhere. All right, now we're gonna dry it. All right, Joyceage. Oh, Goldie Flakes. Before I dry it. Oh, thank you, James. Reminded me about the 5th time. I'm gonna put it right now. Actually, I should have put it on the first, like on the plate. So like now it's in the middle. Might not be as good. After I pull the first one is when I should put it down, I think. I don't think it really matters, but right now you're not gonna see it as nicely. It needs to be on before this second layer. Okay, this is not a Goldie Flake. That is a piece of, yeah, wrong layer to put it on. I needed to put it on before this paint. It's all right. And I bought this at Michael's. This is the Craft Smart kind. It's gold flakes. It's already, they're probably not seconds, but cut. Anyways, you know what I mean, Vern. Already crushed up. All right, hair dryer. Yeah, first, how not to do. How not to put gold flakes on your Gelliplate. Yeah, first. We'll try that next time. The site for what? What website are we looking for? Again, my apologies. My camera's auto-focusing. So Monday, my friends, come hell or high water. If I'm streaming with my phone, we will be doing our members only stream on Monday. I'm so excited. I've been planning it for a while. So, like I said, I almost had a little. I can't. It almost. I should say a flashback. That's not right. But when it went down today, I thought, oh my goodness, this was just like in January or November. The last time I streamed, it was a Saturday. My internet went down. I put on my community post. Right, my internet was down, and then it's like, and then it never came back. So I'm like, I can't let this repeat, this cycle. So I'm like, I don't care. I'm streaming off my phone. So, well, this hair dryer, I'm using. It has a cool button, Jonna. So it's not hot at all. It's just like a fan, but a very high powered fan. Patty Tolly Parrish in the chat here has a fancy heat gun that also is cold. Like, I believe it's cold. She has a cool heat gun. I don't think it's cheap, but I think it goes really hot, but it also like blows cool air. I think we've decided at 5 p.m. Eastern for the first one. So then we get, it's not too late for those in the UK, but not so early that those on the West Coast. So I know 5 p.m. is an awkward time, but and if you're a new member, if you joined recently, vote in my poll. Go to my community tab on Journal Artista. Vote in the poll. What are the best times that are for you? But of course, it's going to be recorded and all that. But I will try for member streams to stream at different times, or what's the best time for the most people. All right, Joyceage. Yes, do not use a heat gun on your jelly plate. High heat will damage your plate. Could set it on fire. Bad news, my friends. Could cause fumes. That's the last thing we need. I'm waiting for Joyceage to tell me my pickup color. You love your CIS printer. CIS. Ooh, I have to correct myself. I kept saying, you guys, we were talking about Seth After's iZinc stuff, and I kept calling that zinc, this technology, the Canon Ivan the other day, I kept calling it the iZinc Zero Ink. But I don't think it's iZinc. I think it's just zinc, right? iZinc is the company that makes stuff. It was in my kept saying iZinc, but I'm pretty sure it's just zinc. Violet red. Joyceage wants me to pull it up with some violet red. I think there's actually a... Look at my hands, my friends. I think there's actually a Liquitex Basics color that's violet. Violet red. Deep violet. Quinacridone. Oh, I haven't said quinacridone in a long time. Red oxide. Copper. Prism violet. All right. Deep violet. Quinacridone magenta. Is that good enough for you? Joyceage, quinacridone. I don't know. Is there a violet red Liquitex Basics? Let me see what other colors I got going on over here. I mean, I also have this one by Abstract. Carmine red, but not exactly as purple as some of it. Or I could do the carmine red and one of the violets. Use Shauna's technique with the rice paper. Well, I saw Shauna write before you pull, and then I didn't see her second part of it. Unless I don't know if she finished typing the second part of it or not. Dioxazine purple, alizarin crimson. I'm looking at my bigger tubes of paint over here. What do you think, Joyce? Did y'all mix the two together? Carmine. All right. Or quinacridone. I'll use a little quinacridone. I just love saying quinacridone. It's the Canasaurian accent. All right. Now this stuff, remember I used it the other day. It was a little chunky. So let's hope it's okay. Yes, Sean, I missed it, my friend. I missed the second part. I saw you write like before you pull, and then I missed it. Because I definitely don't want my paper to stick to my paper, to stick to my plate. You will see one flustered artista. Not that I don't have my round plate underneath me and all my other ones too, so it's not like I... All right, let's see. So as you can see, this Carmine, like I said, it's a few years old, and the lid obviously was not on correctly. So let me see. From this side, I'll do a little bit of the... What is this? Quinacridone magenta. Ooh, that's super thick. Because really, especially on your final layer, or, you know, if you're not purposely doing this and you're just doing a pickup print, right? You want... Lots of times people use glazes, acrylic glazes, because they're thinner paints. When it's thick, sometimes it doesn't like to pick up. So everybody cross... Oh, I didn't see what Shauna's thing is. No, Shauna, when you go to use a cleanup print, use your hair dryer to help it dry after... Oh, use the hair dryer. Okay. So throw that bad boy here. And then not this, put this part on top so it gets this side. All right, we'll give it a... Hey, Kathy. Man, I've seen it, and it's... You can never figure it out. Whenever I've seen people, when that's happened, when their piece of paper just completely like I can never figure out why that happens. I haven't been... in my head anyways, I haven't been able to figure out why sometimes, other than maybe the paper had a clay coating. I don't know. I mean, you should be able to leave paper on overnight and still be able to pull it off your plate the next day. All right, let's see. So I'll pull this side off. Yeah. All right. You can tell. See, this paint was too thick. See how much it's leaving on my plate? It was not a thin enough layer of paint. This could be an interesting combination, Joyce. It might not actually, because we used white first, it may not be one that produces anything. Oh, it's coming right through this. Let me take a quick peek. Oh, my friends, this is this. Okay, so I'll try the hair dryer. Well, let's see. Maybe. Oh no! Oh, I just ripped it. Now, when I bought this hair dryer, this particular rice paper, and maybe Patty knows, it says that it's half white. Half white. I'm doing some crusty bits, Kathy. I just did it on the B paper. I thought it was you that made the suggestion, but apparently it was Shauna. One or the other. I know you both love it. And I've been printing. Today I got some craft masking paper from the Amazon for $5 for, like, I'm telling you, enough paper to last me a very, very long time. All right. This is going to... Oh, I'm nervous. Oh, boy. Razor frozen. Am I supposed to make sure it's completely dry? Oh, I'm just teasing to show one or the other. Ah, it's all good. Probably good. We're all in the same chat together. That's all I remember. That's all that matters. I'm worried. Got to make sure I don't feel any dampness, my friends. I've never used my... Oh, did anyone say what half... What did I say it was? You're welcome, Jamie. You have a wonderful night, my friend. Half ripe. Comment down below. What does half ripe rice paper mean? This is new to me, my friends. So, oh no. Okay, let's try from this side. Oh no. All right. So maybe this is not the right technique for rice paper, or the way that I do it anyway. Yeah. This is... All right, drink some coffee, Paula. Where's my coffee? Oh, I did dry it, my friends, I promise. But the problem is, too, probably what it's sticking to is there was so many, like, crusty bits on my plate. Was dirty to begin with. You know what? Is it like a Band-Aid? Do I just need to rip it off fast? It's still not dry, I can tell. Oh! How not to use rice paper. I almost titled it that. Oh, sweet loving goodness. Thank you, Jamie. Do I pull the plate from the paper? Like, what if I did it this way? Oh, maybe that's the trick, my friends. Now that's the trick. What? Here I am fighting, and I just had to turn the razor frozen thing over. Okay, so there's the trick. Turn it over and peel it off. So much easier. You waited too long to do the air dryer? Oh, well, I think that came off nicely afterwards. Turn it over, peel it back. It came off perfect. All right. So let's take a peek. Yeah, so the goldy bits, long layer. The gold flakes needed to be on that first layer. So let us get close. So you can see Patty's stencil. The white is my stacked books and my coffee, please. Then in the middle, you can see Patty stencils over there, and then the red in the bottom. So this is actually a good representation of how colors and color order is very important. When you have translucent colors in the middle, it's going to show up differently in the back. The black might have been nicer on the top layer of this. But there's lots of other... You see all these extra crusty bits that came off? This rice paper surely cleaned my plate well. Maybe I need to do it across my whole plate. Maybe it'll take everything off. All right. I'll make a fun fabric print. So it's definitely different than these colors. Black would have been nicer in the first. Black would have been good on the top instead of the white, because the whites, there's not much contrast, right? But that doesn't mean we can't add black. You know, this is just a base of something. So my next layers could be black. I've already lost the no, there it is. So far 3 different results, that's for sure. Which one's your favorite so far? I need to take what time is it? An hour and 40 minutes. I've drank one too many coffees today, my friends. I gotta take a quick break. We'll do another couple pulls after that. In the meantime, we shall do a giveaway. I'm going to write... Where's my little sheet? Just some of the... And it'll be like bits and pieces. Some of the things we pulled tonight. And You know what like last Saturday. It's a Lenoy. How do I pronounce her name? One last week, and Lene Lenny Soul. Anyways, it's just like a little envelope like this, filled with some of my collage goodies. That's the rules. How many people we got going on? So just 1 to 120. Well, actually, I'm just going to use this same thing. While I am using the bathroom, hopefully, if I put some things around that you can focus on, is it going to autofocus the entire time I'm gone? Oh, anyways, I can't talk too much. So when I press go, while I take a little break here, I am going to mute. When I press go in chat, you're going to have going to choose one number, only 1 to 50. First person without going over. Just win a little happy meal from me. You know, just some random bits from the studio, maybe some napkins, some jelly prints, that type of good stuff. Some collage bits. Just whatever fits in a nice little envelope, just a little happy mail for you guys. And I shall be back in 5. Ask Paula about coffee ice cream. Oh, delicious, Patty. Should I come back with my Patty and Dave took Carrie and I for coffee, not for that ice cream at that place. But it reminds me, if I've got, you may have the coffee ice cream. Oh no, you're talking about at the actual retreat coffee ice cream with the wet nuts, not the place we went after that. Oh boy, I've got me some cotton candy though, Patty here. No. All right, guys. Oh, you guys are already typing in. All right, keep typing. I didn't type go, but it's okay. I'll type go. Those ones on top are fine, or you guys can enter them after. I I would talk more, but I really, really. All right, guys. Be right back. All right. Sorry about that. I used to be able to stream for hours, but man, I need a nature break. Oh, it got to go. That's it. I can't. Anyway, nobody needs to hear about that. TMI. Everybody stopped guessing, I guess. I've got random org up here. I said 1 to 50. You guys are still talking about this. You guys talk about black licorice? My grandmother used to love licorice, all sorts. Ugh, black licorice is not my thing. All right, my phone's gonna die, so we gotta do this. 1 to 150. Can you guys hear me? Am I back? Am I talking about myself? It is 87. Hi, Faith. To become a member of the Journal Artista channel, if you go to on YouTube, actually, Simon, give me a moment. He showed me, or he sent some pictures so you can see. So if you go to YouTube and you search Google, if you search Journal Artista, it's going to go look like this, right? So you're not going to see the join button. So you're going to click on it, although this is a screenshot, so you won't be able to. You're going to click on that, which will bring up my home screen, right? So this is my main channel page. And you'll see the join button there. Subscribe, join. There'll be a little bell there once you press subscribe. And if you're on iOS, you have an Apple product, you actually have to go use a browser. It won't show up on your app. You have to use the browser. There's Jane with the link right there in the chat. If you're watching recording, you can always pull up the live chat and watch what everybody's saying. We can also pull links too from the chat. Look at Laura. Devon with 80. What did I say it was after we looked at that? 87. Devon with 83. Thank you so much, Laura, for the help. I appreciate it. Thanks, everybody. Get a couple people to check that. Devon. I don't know. You know what? I don't know if she pronounced it Devon or Devon. I grew up with a lot of Devons, not Devon, so I don't know which way you pronounce it. All right. Let's get our plate back up over here. Now I've got me some crusty bits over. I'm going to get a new baby wipe and try to wipe some of those back. These ones down here that didn't quite come off. Right? So I think what we'll do, because Joyce is like those colors, we'll use the same colors, just in a different order. Not a different order, sorry. With black first, instead of white first. Same colors in the middle, same pickup, same final color. And you gotta be careful when you're wiping your plate with baby wipes because, you know, some baby wipes are hairier than others. You'll end up with like little fiber bits, but you know, nothing wrong with some fur ephemera every once in a while. But you know, I don't think anybody wants a hairy jelly plate. Thank you, Ali. All right. All right, Devon, just email me at journalartista@gmail.com. I'm going to get that out on Monday. I did not go to Shoppers Drug Mart this week. Maybe next week. I did not get out of the house. All right, so I got got the areas there. A couple areas clean. My word. It would help if I finish my sentences. So I'm going to start with black. This time I'll use both my coffee stencils as the first layer, or masks, I should suppose. They are masks, not stencils. All right. Yeah, fur ephemera is what I call, when you get the odd, well, Bella, the odd dog hair or cat hair in your art. And I really like to use Liquitex Basics with this technique, or a student grade acrylic paint. I don't know, I just find I have better results on my Gelliplate with a student grade acrylic or better. For this technique, not saying you can't use craft paint, and I've used craft paint in the, oh no, I keep painting my random crap box. Put that on. Ding. And I missed the flakes again. It's okay, Diane. It's okay. We're going to put the flakes on after this middle layer, because I got lots of open spaces with my coffee stencils I designed for stencilgirlproducts.com. Search Journal Artista over there, or whichever artist you're looking for. Let's pick this up. Oh, I have way too much paint. Look at that. Look at how much came off on that. Go on this other side. I'm using the back of it. Way too much paint. There we go. Still even there. I want to see how it's dark there. I'm just going to lift a little bit up. Some through the L's here. All right. So I'll put and again, this Patty Tolly Parrish over here on YouTube, Patty with an I. This is what she taught us, to use gold flakes. Now, she uses it on her first layer, but I have lots of blank spots, so I think we'll be safe if I put them on the blank spots now. And some of these are like, you think it's only one piece, but it's like 4 layers. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Vern? Got this. Ooh, I just love this technique. I forgot how Patty told me. In chat, she'll tell us how it might have been just a flopportunity or just a happy accident. Well, it wouldn't be a flopportunity because it's not a flop. But I don't know if she just had some, I could just envision Patty in her art studio, and there's just like magical gold flakes falling from the sky. You know what I mean? Okay, so I've got some down. I want to press it kind of into the plate though, so it doesn't pick up on. I mean, some of it will come up on my brayer when I put the next layer of paint. But all right, let's dry this. Hair dryer. Hi, Anne. Good evening. Craft paint. I don't know if craft paint's lower than a student grade paint. I mean, craft paint just doesn't have as much plastic in it, right? I don't know. I'm just a self-taught artist. I'm definitely not a scientist. But craft paint is, craft paint dries matte, where a student grade acrylic, right, whether it's Liquitex Basics, whatever, it's a little shiny, right? It's got more plastic in it. And maybe it works better, in my, like I said, my opinion, especially on that last layer where you're picking up, because it's stickier, right? Acrylic paint, like student grade or artist grade acrylic paint, is stickier than craft paint. Hair dryer. Patty says, it was a flop opportunity. Some flew onto my plate by accident. Didn't notice until I pulled a print. I'm telling you. Now I love how it looks. Like I said, I could just imagine the things that go on in Patty's room, that she magically just gold flakes floating here in my room. It's like dust and dog fur and whatever. Patty's house, gold flakes and glitter. Oh boy. Yeah, craft paint's just not sticky. I don't know how else to explain it. Like I said, I'm not a scientist. I'm just telling you my experience on the Gelliplate for this particular technique. Not just this technique, but how I do it. Like you may have better results because you live in a drier climate than I do. So not as much. We're here, you get a lot of moisture in the air, and there's a lot of black paint. This one took a while to dry. Still too much. You can see how dark it is here. Like I can see my stencil, but there was a lot of black paint. So alright, it's just gonna be extra grungy. Yeah, bug. Man, my apologies, my friends, but again, very, very important that this layer is dry. Especially in these thicker parts, it'll never come up. I think it is. Don't forget the corners. Sometimes, oh yeah, see, that's still wet over there. Welcome, Deborah. All right, so I'm not going to use the Titan Buff this time, or unbleached titanium. Liquitex Basics calls it unbleached titanium. I'll use only yellow oxide. Ooh, here I am doing it again, putting the paint down without getting my stencils ready. Or which ones I'm going to use? Well, we're trying to recreate it, so let's use the exact same 2 stencils of Patty's from our stencils. All right, I'm going to wipe some of this black off my brayer here. Baby wipe. Whoa. Slip. And you know why my plate is slipping? Because there's I even wiped it with a baby wipe, but there's still a ton of ultra thick embossing enamel, UT, on my table. I told you, once you start using it, it just starts going everywhere. So I think that's what's underneath why my plate keeps slipping. Definitely needs some more. Need some more. We don't want it like that last before I put paint on it would have been good if you wanted to do, if you wanted to pick it up, but I don't. I'm building a middle layer. All right, same Patty Tolly Parish stencils. So again, this is where I want to be lighter with my touch. I want to remove the Naples yellow, but not too much of the black underneath, which is a tricky business, my friends. Can be tricky business. Not that it's bad. Oh, I removed a lot of the black off that. Not that it's bad if there's some left, or some of the black is removed. Don't get me wrong. All right, we definitely need. I'm just going to take a plain sheet of paper and just lightly dab in the middle there. If I scrunched up this paper, I would get some cool texture. See, the black's coming up already. All right. hair dryer. So I know that's loud when it's on high. I don't know. I know my camera cancels out noise, but I don't know how much. How'd you get that mosquito image in there? It looks so real. Yeah. Let's take a sneaky peek while it's drying. Whoa, that's better. You can see if my camera stops focusing, auto-focusing. Jillian. Oh, nice. Here. This is why how my hands get so dirty when I'm jelly plating. All right. So we're gonna go back to the Sennelier Abstract acrylic and carmine for our cleanup print. What am I going to pick it up with? Let's figure that part out first. I think I'll just pick it up with a clean sheet of craft paper here. Let's see. The craft masking paper, that is. All right. Again, this paint is a little thick. When I used it last time, I obviously didn't have the cap on quite all the way. Yeah, oh, it's this thick stuff, my friends. Ew. Boy, oh boy. I need hold the fort. I'm just adding a little copper here. I don't know if it's going to do anything or not. I just need it to be a little bit more thick. No, it's already thick. What's the word I'm looking for? Words are hard today. All right, so you can see the stripes. I have a pretty thin but even layer of paint. I'm just putting the second one down because I didn't quite put it down. This plate is 12 by 14. The paper's not exactly 12 inches. It says it's 12 inches, but either my plate is stretched. I don't know. It doesn't quite fit. I get viscous was the right word. I didn't say. I second guessed whether I was using the right word. Oh, sweet goodness. All right. So I'm going to try that technique of, instead of removing my paper, turning it over and removing my plate and seeing if it comes off easier. Easier is not the right. Usually with deli paper or this, I've not had problems pulling it off, but that was sure fun to peel it the other way. Let's take a sneaky peek. Okay. That was not dry. Oh, so that, okay, we definitely have a different look. So see these layers that are stuck on a plate? That means that middle layer wasn't completely dry down here, right? So it's not going to pick up the red that I put on the last layer. It's not going to pick it up if it's not completely dry. So look at that. We got some Patty Tolly Parish gold flaky bits, or goldy bits as I like to call them. Let's see. So through my coffee stencil, dang it, it's so thin it doesn't want, and it's still kind of wet, doesn't want to hold the fort. There we go. So you can kind of see Patty's stencil, not kind of, you can see Patty's stencil with the stripes through my stencil over here. It's harder to see that other stencil because I didn't press hard enough. You can just kind of see them peeking up here and there. Sorry, can't. Maybe when it dries, it'll be easier to show. Because I don't get too, other than the stripes over here, I'm not getting too much of this stencil. And that could be because I didn't press hard enough, right, in between when you have very small spaces like that. So I didn't see too much of that stencil here and there. But I like what this side is doing. So definitely different than the same. Oh, there it is. I'm like, who stole it? Definitely different. Same colors, but also we used white compared. I mean, the craft probably might have had something to do with it as well. Definitely can see the Patty stencil through that one a little bit more. I didn't press hard enough through this one. So far, same technique, different colors. And if we stopped autofocusing would be great. Moose poop? I gave some people some moose poop at the retreat. Sorry guys, I have this. So I fell asleep by accident sitting up in my, last night I fell asleep early, probably like 10:30. I don't even know. It was early anyways, before 11. And I fell asleep sitting up in my zero gravity chair. Well, I've got now a kink in my back. Like it's just a knot. Like it's under my left shoulder blade, and I just move every so often a certain way, and I get a sharp pain. So my apologies. Dawn's favorite is the blue and the white. So I definitely have a lot of stuff on here. I could probably do some type of cleanup print. I think I'm just going to, I'm gonna add a few layers on this. I'm not going to do like my whole big crusty bit process. I'm just gonna add some layers to some of the pages I got going on here before I do a full cleanup print. Now I'm just playing. I'm not doing a, what am I trying to say? I'm not being fast because I'm not doing the full 3-step, crusty bit layered technique. I'm just creating some texture. Hair dryer. Have a good night, Patty. I know it's 11. So Simon, I don't know. So like I said, I fell asleep in my chair, and then I woke up and I asked Simon what time it was, and he said 2. And I'm like, oh my gosh, how did I sleep the entire morning? I thought he meant 2 p.m. It was only 2. It was 2 a.m. I'd only been asleep for a couple hours. I jumped right up. I'm like, it's 2 p.m. How did I sleep all morning? So I was up for a couple hours before I went back to sleep. But then, so anyways, I did not take a nap today, hence the extra bit of coffee later on at night. Still not dry down here. Still not dry. It's humid today, that's why. So tomorrow, let's hope my internet remains stable. And we can come back tomorrow morning for day number 21. Well, today's day number 20. I didn't go live during the morning, but this still counts. I'm still going live. My 20th day in a row still counts. Like I said, if I even have to come live for, oh, I got the hiccups now. Excuse me, for half an hour on my phone and use data, I shall to keep my. I have to prove to you guys that no matter what, I'm going to do. If I say I'm going to do something, we're going to do it. What do you think, guys? Should we pick it up with white? All I have on here is a little bit of red or carmine that would have been there, some copper, some black. So we definitely want, yeah, I'm going to pick it with white. Answer my own question. However, this white is a little dry. And I didn't eat dinner. I was so afraid because I felt I ate right before I streamed on Wednesday. So I didn't have dinner because I felt like absolute crapola on Wednesday. I couldn't even think. I was so full I couldn't even speak. I mean, I can't speak right tonight either, so no. But I couldn't think right on Wednesday. So I didn't eat before I came on this time. But I definitely had a lot of coffee. There is like no paint going on over here. That's because this paint is a little thick. It's like the consistency of penitent cream. Is it that random? Penitent cream. Oh, crazy. All right. I'm just going to use this piece of deli. I'm going to want to call it deli paper. It is not masking paper. Let's see what we get. See what I mean? It's supposed to be 12 inches, but there's a good half an inch or a quarter of an inch anyways up there. Unless my plate is stretched funny, which is possible. I don't know. Maybe if my internet doesn't work, maybe we should go stream live. Go for a walk. I haven't left my backyard in 2 months now. But I would like to go to the lake. And I guess if I'm going to go use data on my phone, it doesn't have to be here at home. If I'm using data anyways, you can take you guys to Lake Ontario or to the part of Lake Ontario that I live. Especially if it's supposed to be a nice day. All right, let's take a sneaky peek. It's coming off. Maybe not. So when you get something like this is what that was not dry underneath my original layer. Just a fun cleanup print. Does it have any Goldie bits on it? PTP Goldie bit? Maybe there's one there. That's kind of subtle, actually. Kind of nice. There's lots of fun things you can do on top of that. Do I have a flashlight? I do. It makes me nervous. I'm nervous, but why I need a flashlight? All right. Well, let's be honest. I'm not sure if I To be honest, I don't know, because I use my phone as my flashlight. I don't know how about anybody else uses the same thing now. To be to be honest, now that I think about it, I don't know if I could find one. Because if I need a flashlight, I use my phone. I'm just putting a little bit more paint on here to pick up, hopefully pick up some of this stuff that was left over. It may be futile. Like I said, my plate, it needs to go in the bathtub. Definitely. Just going to use the, well, you know what? Let's see what happens. I'm going to print it right on top of this. What's the worst that could happen? Make a mess? Doesn't come out? The paper's fun, my friends. Yes, Jane, this paper, thanks to the ladies that discovered it while I was not doing any type of art. The texture, and then it's just, I love the way the paper feels after you have a whole bunch of, I mean, these are the, you know, not my final prints. These are the kind of the middle prints there, but the paper, I love the texture. You guys are awesome finding the good stuff to print on. Obviously, the color of the paper, you know, when I'm doing this particular technique, if I show you some prints I've done in the past on white cardstock, I mean, you get a completely different look, right? Your paints will look, the colors you choose usually look brighter on white. Still not off there. Well, we gave it a little coat. We toned down. That's actually not bad, especially when I look at it in camera. You can see there's little, it toned down the complete stark black we had going on there. And then you have some crusty bits off the bottom. That's interesting. Interesting in a good way, don't get me wrong. I actually like it. I mean, sometimes I end up, because I use black as a first layer so often, I mean, I end up with a ton of sheets that have just that black outline. I like it. So today, my friends, I hope you enjoyed. We didn't do too many prints, but the ones we did make, I'm very happy with. This is just so we got a clean up type of print. This needs to dry. Got some goodie going on there. These are the intentional prints I made. I like this one a lot, actually. It's just too bad I didn't take enough paint off over here to be able to see Patty's stencil under that one. We did it on rice paper. I ripped it, but we figured out a way to make it better for next time. Instead of taking the paper off the plate, we're going to take the plate off. We're going to flip it over and take the plate off the paper. But you can definitely see the in-between layers in this one. So if you ever wondered, you know, why I designed my stencils as masks and why stacked books, you know, or why my stencils have such open areas, I designed them for this particular technique. So you can see the first one with the blue and the magenta and the black. Again, this is as intentional as you can get, I suppose, with a mono printing plate. Yeah, Elizabeth, I think so. So my stencils are Stencil Girl products. I've done lots of videos over the years. Just ask Linda. We use the coffee cups. We've cut them out. We've traced them. We've used them. We've turned them upside down for Christmas. Use them as bells, Christmas bells instead of coffee cups. We've done lots of things over the years. Oh, okay, kick my back. So I'm intrigued about this rice paper going forward. I really butchered this bad. I really hurt this paper. But I hope you guys had a good evening. Again, if you don't want to watch 3 hour long video, you want to just a refresher, go check out my video. It's called Krusty Bits. You can go search and type in the YouTube search Krusty Bits. It's in my techniques playlist as well. You'll see it. I think it's 10 or 15 minutes. A very concise video of the same technique. Thank you so much for being here, my friends. I truly appreciate it. I'll be hopefully seeing you around tomorrow. Let's cross our fingers, make sure the internet stays up. Regardless, the guy's coming on Monday. Either way, I've got data. I'll see you tomorrow. I made a commitment that I'm streaming every day that I'm off. Today was day number 20. Third Stencil Saturday in a row. I'm back and I'm not leaving again, my friends. So better get used to me. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Congratulations to Devin. Don't forget to email me. Night, my friends. Thank you so much. Good to see you, Kathy. Thanks, Jane. Thanks, Joyceage. Thanks, Jamie. Thanks, Julie, Allie. All right, my friends. Have a good night. Much love.